Here we go again. Are you ready to pass the Series 66 exam this time? I've been doing the 63, the 7, all of them. And remember, these are open-ended questions that you need to be able to at least have a discussion about. Maybe not know all of them, but you need to know at least how to have a discussion on them. Bring them up with your friends, your study group. Go over them, spend a day looking them up. Try to find the answers. Try to get around it. If I'm not giving the answers, these are open-ended. If you want the answers, meet me. Since this is the 66, meet on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. I do a live Q&A on YouTube and TikTok. You can come on, answer questions, ask the question, go, can you explain what this one was? And we'll have a conversation. This is about opening a conversation and to figure out, do you know your stuff? Are you ready to pass the 66? Who has fiduciary responsibility? IARs or agents? What is fiduciary versus suitability? What is Reg BI? What's the difference between an investment goal, and an investment constraint? What's the investment policy statement for? Is there a different one for personal versus retirement plans? What's the difference between strategic and tactical? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What is rebalancing? What is active management? What is tactical? What is strategic? When do you do rebalancing? What does it mean? What risks does diversification get rid of, and what does it not get rid of? What does a shorter duration in a bond do for me? What is longer? Why would I choose shorter? Why would I choose longer? Which bonds have longer duration? Which bonds have shorter durations? When would a TIPS be better than for a treasury? Do long-term bonds move more or less than short-term bonds? What is an inverted yield curve? What is a normal yield curve? What does an inverted yield curve mean for the future? So what's a bond ladder? Why do I do it? What does it not protect you against? Why to do bond ladders? When are high yield bonds a bad fit? When do muni bonds make sense in an account? Who would buy them? What account would you definitely not put munis in? Try to explain asset allocation in like one sentence. What's dollar cost averaging and how does it help you? Is it good? Is it bad? What does it do? If you're investing long-term versus short-term, what do you pick? I mean, generally, is it like equities for short or long, bonds for long or short, stuff like that? Why are ETFs called tax efficient? Why are they more efficient than mutual funds? Why is an UGMA or UTMA more advantageous than a trust or the other way around, depending on what we're looking at? What is an HSA, health savings account? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? How is it different than an FSA? Why would I do it? What's an offer? What's a sale? What are exemptions from offer and sale? Which retirement accounts don't have RMDs, which do? What is the RMD? What happens if you don't pull the money out in time? What's a target date fund? What's a QDIA? What's a QDRO? They're not even, the QDIA isn't even really a product, but what is it? What's a QDIA? And then on this thing, what's a QDRO? What are they good for? Can you try to tell me what the difference between beta and standard deviation? How about beta and alpha? What is benchmarking? What is indexing? Stuff like that. Why do I benchmark? Why do I do indexing? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What's behavioral finance? What are some of the things like, confirmation bias? List all the things that could be behavioral finance, and why is it not good? What is a revocable trust? What's a non-revocable trust? Why do I do it? What is an inter vivos trust? What is a testamentary trust? Stuff like that. Custody versus discretion, limited versus full. What's the difference? What's time and price only? Is that discretion or not? Or what do we have to do? What happens if we get money that's not ours, sent to a third party? Or what if we get money that is ours, but we have to forward it to another party? When do we have to do it? What happens if we don't? What are performance-based fees? Okay, who can we charge them to? Are there some terms that we need to look for? What about soft dollar? What is it? Why do you do it? I mean, is it okay? Is it illegal? Stuff like that. Testimonials. Who can do testimonials? Who can't? If we are allowed to do testimonials, what do we need to do to make sure we're not in trouble? Give me some basic stuff that's in an investment advisory contract. What's best execution mean? If a client wants an unsuitable trade, what do you have to do? IA versus IAR. Well, let's do this. How about IAR versus agent? Broker-dealer versus IA, or broker-dealer versus agent. What are the main differences? Give me some exempt securities versus exempt transactions. What are the differences? And look, it got dark. Crazy shit. Okay. When does a broker-dealer have to register an estate? When do they not? What would cause a broker-dealer to have to register? What would allow them to not register? Remember my saying. When would an agent have to register an estate? Is there a way for an individual to sell securities working for whether a broker-dealer or someone else where they wouldn't have to register? You need to know that. When would an agent of an issuer not have to register in the state? Where would an IA register? What would cause them to register with the SEC or the state? And what forms? What specific form do you have to fill out if you're going to register an estate? What about for an IAR? What would make them register in the state? Are there ways for them to have more than the 5 clients and not register in the state? I don't even mean more than 5 institutional. I mean, what if they have more than 5 retail? Is there a system or process in place where they don't have to register? What does a de minimis rule mean? Does it apply to everyone or just IAs or just agents or broker-dealers? Answer that question. What's the difference between an exempt security versus an exempt transaction? Does it matter to you as the agent? When would you have to register qualification? When coordination? What about notice filing? How do you know which way is the best one? Define an offer versus a sale under state law. Give me a situation where it would look like an offer and maybe it isn't. Or give me a thing where it sounds like an offer and it is, and maybe you don't have to register. Go through the whole iterations of offer versus sale. Like if I'm selling a car, in what situation, if I'm going to add a bond to like buying something or as a car dealership or something like that, in what situation would it have to register versus not? What's a gift? Do administrators have jurisdiction over gifts? What's not a gift? What's a free lunch seminar? Are we okay or not? Are there situations where they're okay? Who can give testimonials? Is it state versus federal? I might have asked that already. What's jurisdiction? Where does an administrator have jurisdiction over an offer and a sale? Where do they not have jurisdiction? Can they investigate outside the state or inside the state? When can they do that? How long is the record keeping for a broker-dealer versus an IA? What would cause an IA or a broker-dealer have to come up with a surety bond? What are the situations? Is there an exception to that? What are the amounts for, like, is there a different type of discretion for full versus limited? Are there different bonding requirements? If an agent leaves a broker-dealer and goes to a new one, who notifies? If an IAR leaves an IA and goes to another one, who notifies? And does it matter whether they're federal or state? If a broker-dealer registers in the state, are there certain people that don't have to register individually or they get a pass? Do they get to go with the broker-dealer? When does a broker-dealer's registration expire? That should be a cupcake question. What is a snowbird, or what is the client and his vacationing rule? How does that work? Okay, so that is the end of that. If you should be able to answer most of those, at least have a conversation, maybe not perfect, but a conversation. If you are struggling with those topics and you're like, oh, I'm not sure I'm ready, come on my live every Thursday night. We do a live Q&A just for NASA stuff. Come on and ask. That's great. So if you can answer both of these right, you have a great understanding. There's no guarantee of anything, but if you can answer all these and be confident and look it up and verify, and you got these right, you are ready to pass. Let's fucking go, baby. Also, don't forget, every Sunday night we do a membership where we meet for an hour at 5 p.m. Eastern every Sunday, just going over 65 and 66 stuff. It's like $25 a month. So fucking cheap. Let's fucking go.